What's up, guys? This is Kephas. Wow, look at all that experience. XP just kind of flies off the shelves in in this game. Holy crap. I'm sorry. Like, it is genuinely surprising to me because it's been a minute. Like, I obviously I recorded a lot of episodes and I took a bit of a break for Classic, and coming back to this now is like, wow. I mean, look, it's ridiculous how much XP I'm getting. It's kind of comical, to be honest. Like, jeez, man. You know, and I think that, like, I do think that retail could learn a few things from Classic. I really do. I think that because I mean, to be honest, like, as much as I like leveling up characters, there needs to be more here. Like, I mean, this exposes it to me more now than ever. Because, like, if you speed it up so much to make it less of a hassle because you want to rush people to end game, well, of course you're selling boosts, so obviously you want to keep it in to entice people to pay you $60. That's the thing, though, is I honestly feel like in Classic, leveling is the experience, right? That's the point. And so you don't want to just rush through. I mean, well, people do rush through it, but there's a lot to it. You're leveling up your character. You're upgrading your gear. You're upgrading your skills. It's part of the process. You go to town to learn new skills. All that kind of stuff. You got to keep yourself stocked up on food and stuff like that. There's so much to it, and you're slowly building up your character as well. I mean, you're getting talents at level 10 and all the way through. Ooh, look at that. We got a rare, which is going to give us a crap ton more experience. Jeez. But, there's so much to it. But here, there's not. Yeah, you do get talents. I mean, look at this. This is insane. But it's like you get, how many do we get? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. 7 whole talents, right? And you can switch between them and all that. Oh, yeah. Fun part, we get to, like, sit in this box. But what was I going to say? But there doesn't seem to be much of a point to this. Like, it's here to get, like, you level up a character. You're not really, there's nothing to gain while leveling. I think that's a big problem. Honestly, I do think that even though it's easier, even though it's faster in some ways. I mean, it's 120 levels. It's twice as many as 60. So I don't know if it's faster, but it is faster to level up per level because there's so many more, which is fine. It might be okay if they think about reimagining leveling for modern WoW. I don't think that it's, I mean, the classes are a lot more arcadey. You don't have to do a lot outside of just, leveling up to get new abilities, right? There are no spell ranks. There's no going to your trainer. There's no ever really needing to ever go back to town. I mean, I genuinely don't ever have to go back to town, especially with my my mounts, my vendor mounts, right? So I don't ever have to go even to vendor things. Money is not even an issue. I mean, this character has 9,000 gold, which is insane. It's all gold I pretty much made, for the most part, on this character, just selling stuff that I've gotten through, farming, mining, and herbalism as I go. So money is not an issue. In Classic, money is an issue, and it's not just because, like, you make money in Classic just by doing quests. You do get gold. I mean, because I think about it, I think I maybe get 1 or 2 gold by the time I'm level 20. In Classic, I got about a gold and a half by the time I hit level 20. The difference, though, is that in Classic, you have to spend that gold on a lot of stuff. You have to spend gold on your spells. You got to buy food. There's a lot of things. You're going to die a lot, so your repair costs are out the wazoo. In retail, you don't have to do that. In fact, gear is given to you for about every quest you do. It's just it's an easier experience. For some people, that's a good thing. But objectively speaking, I think that what makes Classic better is that the leveling experience is a genuine experience that you feel like you're progressing and you're gaining things. In retail, it especially now, like the zone, like the scaling is really good for modern WoW because of the way modern WoW works, because of the mindset of modern WoW in terms of leveling up characters, getting through it as quickly as possible, and the convenience of it all. It would ruin Classic because there's something to Classic in terms of progressing your character and feeling more strong. And like, for example, you fly over when you're, flying, you still do this now, but if you fly from Ironforge to Stormwind after you go through the tram the first time to get the flight path, you fly over the burning steps and it's like, whoa, this place is like way higher level. It's going to be so cool when I want to go there, eventually go there. You have that, but then you also you go to the Barrens and you can do some quests, and then there are these other quests that are like way up in terms of level, and you're going to have to leave, go somewhere else, and then come back. And it's like, wow, that's crazy. To me, that adds a level of drive to level up your character so that you can go back to old areas, or eventually go to new areas that you can explore. So there is a benefit to not having a scaling world. It helps for you to feel more powerful. Retail doesn't entirely kill that, because once you finish a certain expansion, you'll level past it, and then it'll stop scaling with you. So there are benefits to both ways of doing it, depending on the type of game that you're trying to make and the experience that you want to create for your players, right? I think.
Well met.
But I definitely think that what retail could benefit from Classic is to rethink how they do leveling, and I think that to me it's either just get rid of it entirely, just get rid of leveling altogether. Or make leveling meaningful again. Make leveling great again. Because in Classic, leveling is great. It's slow, it's difficult, but it's engaging, it's investing. It's an investment, I should say. And that's something that I think I miss when I come back here. It's fun to do this in terms of a series on YouTube and having a bunch of characters. But leveling is a formality. It's not, there's no purpose in it. And if you want, if the idea is we're going to cater to people that don't actually want to do this, well, if that's the idea, then just get rid of it. You're going to make some people mad because some people think that leveling is crucial to an MMO. You'd be right. The better answer, the better solution would be to, to improve it. And think of ways to make it matter more. I think one of the biggest things with WoW over the years, and I maybe I've said this before, I don't know, but I'm glad I'm actually finding these birds, because it's the hardest part of Westfall is trying to find these birds to kill, but there's nobody here. Nobody. It's kind of crazy that retail is just this empty. It's crazy, but. I forget what I was gonna say. I got sidetracked and I forgot what I was even talking about. But basically, I think. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think that one of the mistakes that retail has made, and it's just a matter of, learn as you go. It's hindsight. It's easy to notice certain things. I think this is something that Final Fantasy does a little bit better. When you make a new expansion, and I don't know, maybe Final Fantasy does this as well. When you make a new expansion, you make the old expansion pointless, right? When BC came out, there was nothing worth anything in Classic anymore, which was not as much the case back then, because you still had to level up. It was still the same process. You still gained your abilities. It was part of the game experience. But then you went to hit level 60, and you moved right on to levels, to BC. And Wrath was kind of the same, and then Cataclysm was the rework. And slowly but surely, what ends up happening is, each new expansion is the new ride, and but in a theme park, just because there's a new ride, it doesn't mean that the old rides aren't still worth your time. it feels like in WoW, if WoW was a theme park, every time they come up with a new ride, they delegitimize all the old rides, right? I mean, yeah, they're still there. You can still do them, but a lot of times they need to be changed or sped up or whatever, just so that you can get to the new ride, which ends up hurting those old rides. I don't know if that makes sense or not. So it's like, imagine if like you go to, like, let's say your favorite roller coaster is at your amusement park, right? And that's the one that you want to ride. But there's this new ride out that everybody's excited about. And they know everybody wants to ride this new ride. So what they do is they make... I don't know if this makes sense. They change the old ride that you like to be a little bit faster or whatever, so that, you know, you can get through it quicker, so that you can get onto the new ride and enjoy that. So if that's kind of like what happens. That's what happens with leveling. It's, you know, or they just outright shut down the old rides, which, like, you know, for example, with Legion, they had to get rid of artifact weapons. So that whole aspect of the game that was great for the time is gone now. So while it was good for a little bit, it's gone, and that happens as well. So like, if WoW is an amusement park, oftentimes old rides don't stick around. What makes an amusement park great is that a theme park is that there are a lot of rides, a lot of different rides for different people, and you could say that's true for this game. But a lot of times rides have to be shut down or changed in order to make room for the new ride that comes out. I think that what works better is to think of ways to implement new rides without having to get rid of your old rides to do it, or make your old rides pointless, if that makes any sense. How that translates to this game, I don't know. I'm not a game developer. But obviously, I'm just a gamer that likes video games. You know, so I'm no pro and no expert. It's just my thoughts on it. Like, I think that retail could learn a lot from Classic in terms of revamping leveling to make it more interesting, and also taking a look. We don't even have to kill these guys anymore. Taking a look at classes to see, you know, what they can do to make them more interesting outside of their core rotations. I think that's key. You know, because that's what Classic does. Is it's not the rotation alone that makes it fun and interesting. It's everything else about the class. It's, you know, class quests where you unlock abilities, and, you know, you didn't just get your Voidwalker at level 10 by leveling up passively getting it. You got it by going and doing all this crazy stuff, you know, or whatever. You know, that's what's interesting. It connects you to that Voidwalker more. You know, the same with Hunter Pets. I mean, the adventures I've had taming, like Ichiaki, for example, Ichiaki, I forget I don't know how you say it. They are there and they're memorable because of the effort that went into it. So anyway, that's just something that I've been, you know, when I think about these two games, that's what I think about. It's kind of interesting. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed it, let me know by clicking that like button. And feel free to share it with your friends so they can enjoy it as well. Don't forget, you can subscribe to the channel and click on the bell icon to be notified as soon as new videos are posted. You can also follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and if you'd like, you can support this channel on Patreon. Links to all of this can be found in the description below. This is Kephas. Until next time.